Howdy, folks. We're two regular God-fearing Americans here, and we wanted to talk about our presidential candidate, Donald J. Trump.
I don't know.
Pretty sure it's J. Trump. I'm not sure what the J stands for exactly.
Jerk.
I don't think that's quite fair. You haven't heard any of his policies yet, sir. So I am going to go over a few of them with you right now.
Alright, edify me.
Pedophile?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of this building right now. That is right here on the website. Pedophiles will be shot.
I said edify. Educate.
I don't know what that word means. Look, if you're into little boys, just stay out of this for a minute, alright? Let's start on immigration reform. There we go. Okay, so immigration reform should cover pedophiles. See, now, Mr. Trump had stated that a lot of these illegal immigrants, they come into this country and they commit horrible crimes.
What, you're saying that immigration is the cause of violent crime in America?
Yes, Mexicans are the cause of crime in America. On the website...
Whose website?
Donald Trump's website.
Oh.
It says right here, most recently an illegal immigrant from Mexico with a long arrest record is charged with breaking into a 64-year-old woman's home, crushing her skull and eye sockets with a hammer, raping her, and murdering her.
In that order?
I don't know. I mean,
Okay, so you're blaming the action of one person you're blanketing an entire...
Are you white?
Yeah.
Then you're the same as all white people.
That is such bigoted, racist...
No, you are. You're white. So, anyways...
What's your point? What's your point?
This is a political website. I'm reading it verbatim off of the site here.
You're going to have to put that site in. I want to...
It's simple. It's DonaldJTrump.com. So, anyways, what he's trying to ban is these illegal immigrants from coming into this country and fucking old women's eye sockets.
No, he's trying to ban everybody. He wants to say that everybody is a criminal. Everybody. That's what his thing is that everybody is...
No,
not at all.
That's not what he's saying.
No, it's not what he's saying at all. He's saying that the illegal Mexicans that are fucking eye sockets are the ones that he wants to ban, which I don't have a problem with whatsoever.
All right, I will give you that people with a criminal record should be more closely examined, but you're...
No. Illegal immigrants that fuck eye sockets of old women should be banned.
Okay, you're right. Yes,
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Agree.
Got a point on something,
All right,
huh?
we can agree on that.
So
yes,
anyways, how do you do it?
How do you do that? Yeah.
Here's the beauty of the thing. Mr. Trump wants to build a wall, and he's saying that he wants Mexico to build the wall. Rightfully so, because it's all these Mexicans that are jumping over the wall. Look, you cannot tell me that this is a bad idea, keeping fucking Mexicans out of this country, all right?
It's a horrible idea to build a wall.
Look, quit being stupid for a second and think about this. Think about this rationally for a second, all right?
My neighbor wants to leave his property.
And come into yours and fuck you in the eye socket.
And I should bill him I should have him build a wall to keep himself in.
He should build a wall to keep you from fucking you in the eye socket.
Okay,
Hang on, I got a point here. I got a point. No, I got a point here.
Okay,
Listen for a second.
Right.
This wall idea works. If you remember correctly, back in, I don't know, maybe around 1945 or somewhere shortly thereafter, we built a wall, not us, but I believe it was the Russians built a wall over in Berlin. And that did a great job of keeping all the people from the east side of Berlin out of the west side of Berlin. Now, I'm not sure who paid for that.
Russia probably did, along with the East Berlin communist, whatever the heck it was, and they wanted to control... It was a communist...
Got a point here, though. Did you ever hear anything around 1950 until whenever Reagan told Gorbachev to tear down the wall, which I don't agree with. I think that was one of Reagan's weaker points. But did you ever hear about anybody in West Germany getting fucked in the eye sockets?
No, because they were trapped behind a damn wall.
Exactly.
They were absolutely...
I can't. This is the stupidest argument I have ever had with a human being on Earth.
Oh, I want to prevent crime by keeping the criminals out of the country?
You want to have Mexico build a wall.
You're calling all Mexicans criminals.
No,
and you're
no,
telling,
no, no, I'm not calling
saying,
all Mexicans criminals. I'm only saying
that they should build a wall to keep them to separate. They should build a wall to keep just Americans from fleeing the country.
I am saying that the illegal Mexicans in this country are the criminals. It's not all Mexicans.
The ones that are already here.
Yeah, the ones that are already here.
They're illegal.
They're illegal. They're the problem. So
why are they the problem?
They're fucking old ladies in the eye socket.
You're again one incident, and it's a horrifying incident. But you don't. How many times?
I don't think you understand the scope of this problem.
You're saying that this one thing, you're taking one incident, you're saying you're painting everybody with it.
I'm not painting everybody with it. There's another one in here about another violent Mexican who jumped the river or swam or whatever, and he shot a kid. He was just in prison, he got a gun, and he went and mowed down some kid that did nothing to him. His mother was on TV, or maybe it was his dad, I don't remember, but again, it's the illegal Mexicans that are causing the problems. And not only is it the illegal Mexicans, but also the Muslims. The illegal Muslims that are in this country, they're causing problems too. See, now, not all. Well, hang on one second. Let me rephrase this.
I'm just trying to figure out how.
Again, the illegal anybody in this country. Okay, granted, they're in the country illegally. They should be given the opportunity to earn their citizenship, or they should be sent back to wherever, they need to be repatriated.
Why didn't they get their citizenship before they came here?
Huh?
Why didn't they go get their citizenship before they came here?
I don't know.
I don't know. When my granddad stepped off a boat, I don't know, a couple generations ago, great-great-granddad stepped off a boat from Ireland and landed at Ellis Island, they handed him a broom and said, get to work.
Oh, you know what they do here? As soon as they cross over the river, they hand him a hammer and say, there's an old lady, go beat her skull in and fuck her in the head. That's essentially what's happening.
And the other thing too, what is happening.
The other thing too here is the Muslims. See, now I'm not saying that all Muslims are terrorists.
Yes, you are.
But all terrorists are Muslims.
There's just no talking. I don't get it. Like,
we need them out of this country.
Who's they?
Well,
all the terrorists?
The terrorists.
Or all the Muslims?
The terrorists and the illegal immigrants. The other thing that
how do we know which is which?
You cannot differentiate.
So, what do you want to do about it?
We just got to keep them out. Keep an eye on them. I don't know, get a KGB or something. That worked for Russia.
It didn't. It was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
KGB didn't work for Russia.
Yeah, it was a pretty horrible situation.
What about the Gestapo, huh?
Even worse.
Oh, they found Anne Frank. She was hiding in a fucking attic for 3 years.
There's a reason she was hiding in an attic for 3 years.
Yeah, but somebody got the damn information to find out that she was there and got her out.
So you're telling me we need a secret police?
She could have had a bomb. I'm saying.
Could have had.
Anne Frank.
She had a diary. She had a book.
Yeah, she had a book.
She had a book.
Yeah, and that book could have been a manifesto or something, just like you see on these terrorist websites where they write down what they're going to do and all their terrorist plans.
It was a manifesto of her suffering and the suffering of millions of other human beings at the hands of the secret police
and Hitler.
But the secret police did their job. They found her. So what I'm saying is that we need to go to a system like that where we know exactly who's doing what and what they're up to.
So you want to become a fascist?
No.
You want us to become the United Fascist State of America?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that I think we need to provide more money for law enforcement and immigration. Actually, it says right here on the website that they need to start funding ICE. As far as I knew, I thought ICE was crystal meth, but apparently it's an
Immigration
acronym
and
for
Customs Enforcement.
Right. So on here on Donald J. Trump's website, it says that he's going to provide more money for ICE.
I think that is, you okay, you have certain points that make the tiniest bit of sense that are wrapped in such bullshit that I can't even imagine, like
this is the problem with America today, is that politics is so cluttered with backspeak and bullshit, and we're going to promise you this and promise you that, and we're going to do this and do that. We had a whole last presidency. The whole campaign was filled on hope and yes we can and all this other crap. And what did we end up with out of it? Nothing. We got nothing. The guy was not even selling steak, he was just selling sizzle. Hope? Nothing. But nothing got done, and how many bombings have we had since then? I mean, shit.
Nothing got done.
We caught the big terrorist that was responsible for everything that was on his watch. Did everybody forget that?
Who?
The guy that was blamed, FBI #1, for the
Oh,
bombing.
you're talking about Bin Laden?
Yes.
Shit.
He
We
was-
would have found him anyways. He was hiding out right next to a police station looking at J.C. Penney magazines.
Yes, he was hiding out right next to a military
Guy
academy.
was no threat. He was just making videos. He was an old man who was a little bitter. He might have had Alzheimer's or some shit. I mean, how hard
He
is
had
it?
dialysis.
Yeah, I mean,
He's a
how hard was it
6.5
to
foot
find?
tall-
Just look for a 6.5 foot tall Muslim with some tire tracks where he's dragging the dialysis machine around. How hard can that be?
Well, apparently.
Anyways, if we had these new police members that were looking for things like that, we would have we would have found them a lot.
Who do we have? Who do we make? Who does that? We form a new police type thing.
Yeah,
We give more money to a specific one.
No, I'm tired of throwing money at things. I think that we need a police force of action. We need.
So you're saying every police force in the entire country and every law enforcement agency throughout the nation?
I'm just saying. He says he's going to fix that too. Transportation, making jobs. See, over in Belgium, there was how many sleeper cells that just blew up an airport and a subway? That could happen here. They could build a subway tomorrow and then blow the shit up.
You're right, they could, but that doesn't mean they are.
Just saying. If somebody built a subway here, and it could be blown up. But we need to have these people that are looking for Anne Frank, that are looking for the terrorists.
Wait, stop! Stop with the Anne Frank reference. It makes no sense in this context.
It does. Having somebody hiding in an attic,
I'm sorry,
plotting.
I find it very hard to take you seriously.
Well, anyways, so
Let's move on.
no, wait a minute. I want to go
just-
back to this. So now we got to do something with all these illegal immigrants.
Well, you said we're just gonna get them out of here. We're gonna send them. We're gonna what? Send them home, right? We're gonna send them back to their repatriate.
Yeah, but how's that going to work before we have the wall built? They're just going to jump right back over. So what I'm thinking,
Isn't there already a wall there? There's a fence.
it's not a very
There's
good
a
one.
Larry
Apparently
from
people-
California, like all the way through most of Texas. There's a very large fence, and it's watched with
It's
TV
not a very
cameras,
good
and people
one.
are driving
It's-
around in jeeps with night vision, things, and they're watching the border, and they've got, they've got satellites that do things.
Yeah, it's not working. Somebody with a trebuchet could go and fire a small Mexican child right over there.
They're going to start flinging.
People across the border in human catapults.
Where do you think I'm getting my methamphetamine and heroin from? Do you think Jesus is dropping it from the sky? No, it's coming in through Mexico.
Don't bring Jesus into this. That's just unfair.
Yeah, well, a little stork did it then.
This is, if you want a Hitler reference, this is what Hitler did to Germany in 31.
Oh, here we
Sorry.
go with Hitler again.
Like, hey, everybody,
We need to bring back the power. We need to be strong again. That's the same speech he gave the German people.
You can't every single year somebody goes and makes a comparison about the president being just like Hitler. But immigration of non-Germans must be prevented. Okay, so let's replace that word with Americans. immigration of non-Americans must be prevented. Okay, I understand that. We demand that all non-Germans non-Americans who've entered America since August 2nd, 1914, they're probably dead by now,
Let's make that 2000, the year 2000.
Okay, 2000. Shall be compelled to leave the Reich immediately. I don't know what
the country.
Shall be compelled to leave the country immediately. Are they doing anything good for the country?
I don't know. We don't have a fucking secret police force to go fucking find out, do we?
See?
So I guess,
looks like I got a point.
I guess your secret police force could go spy on everybody. But
and find out if they're doing something good for this country. And then they can stay.
Define good. What do we got? If they're not doing something good? What if they're doing... What if they are...
being productive citizens. Not building bombs in an attic behind a bookcase. Not beating old ladies in the head with hammers and skull fucking them.
Is this where the bar is set now? Between good and bad, between a good citizen and a bad citizen. A good citizen is not beating up and killing people, and a bad citizen is. And that's simply it. That's the
pretty sure that's been the standard.
That's the only standard between good and bad now.
I think
productive American citizen. We can't hold that bar a little bit higher and say, without having special secret police forces going around.
We need to know what's going on around here. I'm pretty sure that Moses said to all the giraffes and shit on the ark that, hey, listen, don't go beat your neighbor in the head with a hammer and fuck him. Now that you see my point on how...
I don't know. I don't agree.
I'm just saying that locking up our borders and controlling who comes in and leaves this country is a good idea.
Like the Berlin Wall.
Well, it was a wall that worked for them.
We should get somebody. We could get somebody else to pay for that too.
No, it's America. You can go anywhere you want. America's a free country, for Christ's sake. But I'm just saying is that you could go and.
And that's going to guarantee our freedom.
Yeah, yeah.
A giant 18-foot concrete wall with gun turrets.
Probably needs to be 20 or so, but I'm just saying that it's worked for a lot of people. It
didn't work for a lot of people.
Like Berlin, it worked for the Great Wall of China. What about that one? Oh, yeah, that's still standing, isn't it? Shit, I forgot about the Great Wall of China. That one worked.
Yeah,
good. What's the other one, too,
keep out the invaders.
Now, I think if I remember correctly, Joseph Stalin, I don't know if he built a wall, but he sure as hell kept people out, and he kept his country in order. Did a pretty good job on that one. So I think that maybe we ought to follow some of these examples from our leaders in the past.
So the leaders of the past being Stalin and the Communist Party.
I'm just saying that Stalin did a good job of
keeping quite a bit of him.
I said that Hitler had some good ideas, like the Autobahn, for example. That's where we got our interstate system from.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. Eisenhower went over there during World War II, and he saw how effective it was, and went and built one here. Why do they think you call it the Eisenhower interstate system?
So, because Eisenhower wanted to, in wartime, incorporate it for military use, so we could land jets on it and move people from one side of the country.
No, we got tired of our trucks getting stuck in the mud in these shitty county roads, so we built big fast ones so you can get across the country quicker. But anyways, like I said, Stalin did a pretty good job of keeping his country locked down. It worked well for Berlin.
He killed his own people.
Listen, you got to break some eggs to make an omelet. Second thing
is that that's his quote. That's a direct.
Is that these illegal immigrants that are here? Yes, I do believe that they need to be deported, but I believe in the Trump thing here is that we can build a camp to keep them in, so they can do a little bit of work, and we can keep an eye on them.
They did that in World War II when they segregated all of the Japanese out of the American culture because they were afraid of traitors, and
they bombed Pearl Harbor.
Remember, country of Japan did,
the USS Arizona still has 1,000-something sailors trapped in it, in the Pearl, in the harbor over in Hawaii there. I think that we need to protect our assets. So anyway,
by sacrificing a few,
I think that if these people are here illegally, we need to monitor them, and if they are going to be deported, we will keep them in these camps. They could probably do a little bit of work, maybe some sewing, pick some lettuce.
Sweatshops.
I'm not saying that.
Create some sweatshops.
No, I mean they could
for
probably
these people.
they could probably make barbecue or something and help feed the people building the wall. The I don't know who's going to build it. They say Mexico, maybe, but so I think that we need to have some way of identifying these illegal immigrants in this country. That way we know, like if you're walking through the airport and you happen to see somebody, I mean, maybe we could put like an armband on them or a big gold star or something.
Yeah, that worked
And,
really well for.
But
again,
when
you're
they're,
using...
would you just wait?
No,
and let me finish?
because why don't we just tattoo a serial number to their wrist? How about that? Would that be a good idea?
Well, if you think
Like
about
a barcode or a QR.
a barcode,
A QR code.
a bar.
Right there. We could just tattoo a QR code.
How about this?
That would be
When
good.
these illegal immigrants that go and
How about from every American that's born right now, and everyone to be born in the future gets a QR code that lets us know they get right under that a little RFID, like the thing that they tag animals with, that lets you know who they are, and that way we don't have to worry about it. And then it tells who, where, and when they are. You can pull them up by satellite, and that way you could just tag them, like an animal. I mean, that barcode's a great idea. It worked out really well.
Do you believe in fucking aliens or something? What kind of garbage is that? What I'm saying is that, maybe these Mexicans that are beating people to death with hammers, we throw them across the border, and then they come right back over, and then we're not sure on who they are. So maybe if we did tattoo a little barcode on them, we can scan them and say, oh, you're the guy that was just over here 2 months ago and beat a lady to death with a hammer and then skull fucked her. We could do that in the camps before they get deported.
And when do we change from doing this to the ones that we know have a criminal record to doing it to everybody?
Well, regular Americans that are here in this country legally did all their paperwork, learned to speak English.
Every American is an illegal immigrant at one point in time, unless you are like a Native American, unless you're a Navajo or an Apache blood or something of that nature. If you came from any other country except this one, you're an illegal immigrant.
All right. So did this happen? Did some people come off the boat from from Ireland over at Ellis Island or whatever,
and kill a bunch of Indians,
and walk into the line with a suicide vest and blow themselves up? Nah, never happened. No, it didn't happen. No, sorry. Nope. They came here and wanted to start working, being productive people. Whereas these ones just want to start sprouting out babies so that they can get their citizenship and then sit around and do nothing.
I got nothing.
Good. So, subject is closed. I would like to count this as...
It's absolutely the worst. This is
I would like
so
to count
bad.
this as 1 point for Donald Trump, president, and 0 points for you.
This is ridiculous. Oh my God. Pray for Hillary.
Hillary will run this country into the ground.
Why?
Well, you saw what her husband did. He got a blowjob in office.
He played the saxophone, he smoked some pot, and the country had the greatest time of its life.
He lied about a blowjob.
We had more money in the bank than we ever did. We didn't owe anybody any money.
About a blowjob.
Who gives a damn about that? He did a good job.
Lied. Lied. Do you know what that means?
And you're blaming her. This is her fault? This is Hillary Clinton's fault, somehow. Why is this her fault?
If she wins, he's going to be back in the White House starting with the same shit again. And if he lies, he could have married a liar. She could lie.
Could! Again, the word could. Not dead. When did this become innocent?
When did this
become guilty? No, without proof.
When you sleep with dogs, you get fleas. I think this discussion is over. Thank you very much, folks, for listening. If you have any comments, please like, subscribe, or say some shit at least.